Welcome, Legacy Patterns, members of Pattern Realm. Today, I'm in the second installment of my series of White Shirt Anthology. We're talking about lessons for the blind. Princessa, fetch me. Where's my cane? Oh, you played it. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Lessons from the blind. And one thing I want to say right out before I let my buddy Mike go ahead and tell the story is that in blindness and how we approach it, it's a choice. So I'm going to hand it to him to go ahead and tell his story.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
My name's Mike, and I went blind at age 58 from macular degeneration and a retina tear detachment. And I worked in the oil field before that, saw the whole world all my life. Very blessed, and I was able to get a lot of help after I went blind. Was able to do a lot of things for other people even after I went blind. I just was not going to let it define who I was. And I went to Chris Cole Rehab Center in Austin and learned a lot of things from Braille to technical stuff to white cane travel. I met a lot of wonderful people there. I learned the bus systems in Austin. I learned the train systems in Austin. It's just a wonderful time. I've been with different groups like the National Federation of the Blind, American Council of the Blind of Texas, the Texas State Independent Living Council of Texas, a governor-appointed position. I've been very blessed by everyone I've met since I've lost my sight. I wouldn't have met Jimmy if I wouldn't have lost my sight. I would have been on a different path, different direction. I wouldn't have met Connie and Bianca. And just the wonderful people that I have in my life now. So, I don't know what else to say. It's just that.
That's okay. We'll
okay.
Because it goes along. I mean, it's nothing fancy. You know, I was born legally blind.
Okay.
With multiple birth defects. It's called congenital nystagmus. When my mother told my birth father, he would never accept it. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. So I fought through a school system that didn't know where exactly to put me. They tried to send me to the school for the blind as a small kid, and my mother and my VR teacher said no. I ultimately did go for summer school at the school for the blind, and that in itself is, as they call it, sheltered education. And the thing is, what I'm glad of is because of groups like the American Council of the Blind and the National Federation of the Blind, we can be on terms of full equality. And you know, the beauty of it is we're not owed that. We have to empower ourselves with that. How can leaders in the blindness community, such as you and I, encourage people to empower ourselves that suffer from that have that particular physical characteristic?
One thing I learned early was that yes, there are organizations out there in Texas and in the nation, but not enough. You have to learn to advocate for yourself. You have to learn to get out there and find those places. You've got to learn to use both your talents, the one where you can see, and and use your blindness. Use them both until you're completely blind or whatever. Use them both. Use both your talents. And use all your talents, from your hearing, your smelling, your all your senses. Use all your senses, but advocate for yourself.
I think also one of the things is community.
Yes.
Being a part of any sort of community helps. Now I know for me, living here in rural West Texas, it's not always easy for a blind person to be more independent than such, say, like in a larger city where they got the bus systems and the train systems. But that being said, that means it's up to us to try to advocate for those things and get the things that we need.
That's right. One thing I worked on in Monahans was the ramps on all the, on the sidewalks. I didn't help get them, but I did put my 2 cents worth in on all the sidewalks to have ramps for people to go down with their walkers and their wheelchairs, where you can get from one end of the town to the other without getting in the street. In the main street. And you can cross the streets and stay out of traffic, and that was wonderful. And a lot of places in Midland, Odessa, I'd say 15 years ago, did not have ramps going into the restaurants. And through the Americans with Disabilities Act and other organizations, they helped to get through that. I hate to say that it came to lawsuits, but that's what a lot of places ended up. That's what forced them to make changes. And some people abuse that. Some people kind of abuse that and use that for a reason. But I've noticed a lot of places have all the facilities and have ramps, and in the hospitals and doctors' offices, most of them have ramps that you can go up, and railings, and there's been a lot of changes in the last 15 years.
I remember as a small child, I had a vision resource teacher to teach me how to access the railings and get my way around.
Yeah.
And I remember taking, especially not so much at the School for the Blind, but at Chris Cole Rehab Center in Austin. Mm-hmm. They drill some pretty good skills in orientation and mobility, and it's advanced over the years. Honestly, from what I hear, Chris Cole has a lot more of an empowering mindset than it did back in my day.
Okay.
And I think one of our biggest problems is in the world is this past Sunday in my Sunday school class, our teacher asked us. He said, "Jimmy, I'm afraid I might offend you, but I noticed you say you're blind, but you can read. Is that going to offend you if I ask an answer?" I was like, no. And I explained to him, blindness is just a physical characteristic. Yeah, that's all it is. But yet, I think because of the misconceptions over the years, mm-hmm. a lot of people want to give us like victimhood and less than status. Oh. And we in the blind got to stand up and say, no more. No more. We're not victims. We're descendants of a king who atoned and made things right for us.
Yes, I remember at Chris Cole and my mobility, trainer. She would teach us to walk proud, walk tall, stand up straight. Walk in the streets of Austin with our white cane.
You couldn't lean down doing orientation and mobility. I learned that early on.
Okay. And that's the way I've treated it. I'm proud. I'm proud. I'm just really proud that I can do the things I can do. I can love. I can be kind. I can do everything anybody else can do. I just can't see straight. I just don't have any straight ahead vision. I have some peripheral vision. No, I don't feel. And I love when people do help me. We were talking about this at lunch. When people do help me, I've learned to accept their help. They don't know exactly my degree of blindness.
Right.
But I've learned that if they ask you if you need help and you were to say no, they might not help other people. If you turn them down, they're going to turn other people down. I mean, they're not going to ask other people if they need help or how are you doing today, this and that. So I always say thank you. Yes, I appreciate your help, and they're always glad to help.
You know, something else is kind of a part of our final call to action here is, you know, really the clarion call here in West Texas is all lives matter.
Yes.
Regardless of what you got going on physically or anything, all lives matter. And I think our problem is in our political landscape, you know, when it comes to protecting the unborn, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
I think that too many people are too interested in being right instead of really just the joy of compassion. Mike, could you please give my audience here at Legacy Patterns a little final call to action, and we can finish this off.
Okay, Jimmy, help me with that. What would you like?
Let me just, I guess ask them.
Get me started.
Ask them to subscribe. Ask them to just think about it a little while.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
For everyone watching out there, please subscribe to Jimmy's podcast. I certainly know I will from now on, and I'm going to share it with everybody back at Magnolia Senior Living, and they're very interested in it. And there will be more to come in the next months from myself about blindness, and just support Jimmy. He is very important in my life and very inspirational in my life, and I just want to, in the next few episodes, whenever I'm involved, I just want to show him how important he is and what he's meant to my life since I've met him. Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like, please subscribe, become a part of Pattern Realm. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time. Don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams with self-advocacy and empowerment so you can take it. And do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Please share this with Mamacita, Papacito y todo. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time. Choose, act, and practice happiness. God bless you. Remember this, from the bottom of my heart, Jimmy loves you. I really, really, really love you. God bless you, and please, go out there and have a blessed day.